Oh, good, you made it. Come on in. It's a Friday.
Yeah, we match.
Yes, we do.
I like this.
Why not? This is totally random, but it works out sometimes.
It does.
So glad. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah, it's Friday. We're in good spirits. Let's bring the gang in here. Morning, Brian. Morning, Emily. How we doing?
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So far, so good.
Okay. It was. Did you guys have It was a little tricky in certain areas coming in.
I got to tell you, the on-ramp to the 403 this morning, it was like my little car was like, oh, whoa.
Little rusty?
Little Rusty's going, wee, where am I going?
Yeah.
It's a little slick.
It really was, and I was blazing trails on some of the roads I came in this morning.
Yeah.
So, but the main routes, they're just wet at the moment. But side streets and minor routes can be snow covered and really slippery, as you mentioned.
Yeah,
So
little dusting. Okay.
Yeah.
Emily.
Yeah.
What do you have coming up?
Because you remember.
You're asking me that because my little goldfish brain is working hard today. It is working hard. We're talking about John Mayer. He's going on his first solo acoustic tour, and good old Britney Spears telling her fans to leave her alone, which is shocking because she loves her fans.
There's something with John Mayer and Taylor Swift too, wasn't there? Did you hear about that?
No, are they back together?
No. So once John Mayer came out that he's going on tour, Taylor Swift is like, because there's history there, I think, right?
Yeah.
So then she is now put out a video because like to top him or something like that.
Oh,
take a little look. Take a little look-see.
A little deep dive in that.
I will, thank you.
Yeah. There's some beeping in the studio. That's never good.
We hope everything's okay.
So if something goes wrong, we're aware.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Emily.
Nice. Well, this is really kind of close to home. Annette's going to be chatting about it in just a few moments. An insecure, I'm putting it on you, an insecure dinosaur, an almost eradicated virus, and a bumbling minister of the environment are on stage at Theatre Aquarius in Hamilton. Before it happens?
Yeah.
Like you know how you're going to die?
Well, smallpox kinds of knows. Smallpox is my favorite character.
Not the T-Rex? I love the little T-Rex.
T-Rex is awesome. There's a woolly mammoth that's great, and a shrew, and yeah,
That's amazing.
it's really neat. And they're all together in this counseling session. It's very cool.
How long is it
fun.
on stage for? Do you know?
Till the 11th of February.
All right,
11th.
good stuff.
Yeah.
She's
see it.
our theater expert.
Theater.
I don't know. I always need to say it like that.
Because you have to pronounce it that way. Because
You
she's in
always
the
do.
theater. The theater. All right, well, Britney Spears is asking her fans to respect her privacy after police visited her house for a wellness check earlier this week. So imagine one of us deleted our Instagram account. Would anyone care?
No.
Like,
it's
not in a
just
million
where are the
years.
pictures of Betty and Judy? Like that's about it.
Guess we're not going to see kids anymore.
We were chatting while you were reading there. We were trying to figure out, what's it called when you, because there was a rash of this where people would call and say that there was an emergency somewhere and there isn't, and it sends police resources there. Call 911. There's a term for it, and I can't remember.
Okay.
Can you get charged for
Yeah.
it? Like
Yes. Well, because it's sending resources where they could be needed elsewhere.
I guess there was just such an influx of phone calls from certain different fans. It wasn't the same person every time. So would they charge everybody that was involved? Maybe. Yeah. I mean, Britney loves her fans, and they're so concerned about her mental health and her well-being that they obviously showed concern. But yeah, imagine that. You delete your Instagram and the police come to your house. It's strange. Anyways, John Mayer, he's in the road for the first ever solo acoustic tour. Tim, I dug deep and I found out that Taylor Swift released a video an hour after he posted his business on social media for her song Lavender Haze. Swifties are all about it. They're commenting on John Mayer's big announcement. They only dated for like a minute. They dated for like 2 months in 2009, 2010. But the fans and media are all over these guys.
But she's wrote about him, I think, in
Dear
some of her
John
songs.
was about him. Well, was about him, so we think. But she was 19. He was 32.
All right. Dear Brian.
okay, now this begs the question: if it's theater, does that mean it's weather?
Sure.
The weather. I will check the weather for you coming up in a sec. But first, let's check traffic.
Yeah, you're here. It's Friday. I hear crinkling of snacks underneath the desk here.
Is she hiding something?
What did you go for
Well,
today?
I had them out. So I have it's just like a granola bar.
Okay. Yes, there is a snack drawer that we are lucky to have here in the canteen that is
I
rated.
rated it.
That is rated daily to see what snacks are in there.
Because you know why? Because I didn't have my oatmeal this morning. I ran out of oatmeal last night for overnight oats, and I eat them because like it does really keep me full throughout the whole show.
Yeah.
And so I had toast this morning instead, and I'm like, oh, 7 o'clock. Annette is saying toast just isn't going to cut it.
That's right.
I'm a bit surprised you do eat so early. Do you guys? What time do you guys eat at?
Yep.
No,
Like on-
I
Yep.
usually eat when the donuts get here.
they're here now. They're always
I
here.
eat at 3:30 usually.
Yes,
don't
because
eat.
Brian goes for his blueberry muffin.
I do.
Yes.
At about right now,
Yes.
I try to dig into my blueberry muffin.
So when you first get up, you have something to eat, Brian?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh, definitely. Yes, I have. I usually start the day with fruit. Quite a bit of fruit.
I usually eat
And
around
that's-
9.
I find it refreshing. Yeah. No,
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I kind of hold
8 or
off too,
9.
because here's the thing, because I've been, I don't know, working on this show for over 10 years now, and there is, and Emily, you're kind of new to the show, there is donuts and muffins and everything like that.
Yeah.
I had to weed myself off them because it was a daily occurrence where I'd be going in there and just helping myself
That's
to,
me.
to one or two, so I had to kind of get out of that.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
do 2. I only do 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I only do 2.
yeah. There was an intervention when I got up to 3. So it was like, save some
Yeah,
other people.
the rest
so
of
I
the
got
staff said, "Hey, come on, you can have one." But
Yeah, right. It's Friday, right?
Yay.
Yeah, it's the. I guess. Well, here's the thing too: is February arrives next week, and that just means we're that much closer. Yeah, because even Groundhog Day is what, next Thursday, I guess, Brian?
Thursday,
right?
yeah.
If you guys believe in that
Second.
or whatever, it's just kind of something that
I
kind
mean,
of.
if you believe in that.
It is what it is.
Well, Groundhog Day is always the middle of winter, so February
Yeah.
2nd,
Yes.
it would
Yeah.
mean we can look forward to that. That's what
Yeah.
I like to look forward to. Yay, we've gone through the first half, and now it's the downhill slide into spring, hopefully.
Yeah, I even noticed it's a little bit lighter out, a little bit longer, which
Yes,
is nice.
I've noticed
yeah,
that a
exactly.
lot, too.
That's kind of
That
nice
is
too.
so nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is all about frogs today. Welcome to the RBG. Such a great exhibit happening for the next 3 months. Christy is joining me here. Christy, tell me a little bit about the exhibit, what you have here and what people can see.
Yeah, so we are currently in our winter exhibit, Frogs, where we're looking at the beautiful diversity, variety, and colors and shapes of frogs from all around the world. And then we're also going to be able to talk about some of our local species, local amphibians and reptiles, and of course the wetlands that they call home.
Amazing. And then there's so much interactive stuff to do. I noticed there's a little frog cornhole over there. We've got lots of facts. And I bet kids just love this place.
Yeah, we try to do a little bit of everything, no matter the age, no matter what your interest is. We try to have something for everybody.
It's very cool. We were talking about one particular frog, and I believe we're going to get a chance to get a close-up look.
Yes, this right here is Jabba. He is an African bullfrog, and he is the largest frog that we have on display. I'm joined here by Rebecca, who is the zookeeper who cares for all of our frogs from around the world.
Oh, she's
And
going to touch him.
She'll pull him right out for us, so you can see him in all of his glory.
Oh my gosh.
He's quite the fellow.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute and gross at the same time.
We
I pet
love
him?
to show all of the different aspects of frogs. So he is very unique looking. He's got great big mouth. He will eat pretty much anything that he can fit inside
So if I
that
put
mouth.
my finger near, he might
Oh,
bite me.
yeah, don't do that.
I'm not allowed to touch the frog. Hi, Jabba.
He's aptly named.
Yeah.
Since he is a chubby boy who likes to hang around. He loves the water. You'll often see him hanging around in his little pond.
He's so funny looking. He's just looking at us being like, okay, can I go back in? Who's going to give me some food now?
Oh, he's definitely hungry. I'm sure
Yeah.
if we offer him, we have some super worms with us here today. If we
Super worm.
Yeah, they're these big, beefy looking worms, and if we offer him one, we'll see if he'll gobble it up.
Don't get too close, Luke. He might bite the camera. He looks hungry. Oh, yeah. Come on, Jabba. Oh. Whoops. There you go, buddy. Oh, wow. And the tweezers, too. Okay, we've got lots more exciting stuff coming up. We're going to check out some more frogs and take you through the exhibit. It's going to be a lot of fun here today on Morning Live. Stay with us.
Thank you, Brian. Emily joins us now.
The blinking groundhog. Sorry,
Yes.
I was focused on.
It's still Wyerton Willie, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Puxatawny Phil, There's one
Well,
of
yeah,
what's the-
Shubenacadie Sam.
Shubenacadie Sam. could work on
Punxsutawney
that.
Phil's down in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it's Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah. I used to know the names of all the groundhogs.
Right, yeah.
Last night, Jimmy Kimmel
Okay.
celebrated 20 years
Wow.
of his late night talk show, Jimmy Kimmel Live, with some pretty amazing guests. In Letterman, of course.
Yeah.
You have to bring it back on yourself, and I think that's why he's been so successful. But yeah, what great guests.
If you get a chance, because they were the first two guests 20
Yes.
years ago.
Oh, that's why he was there.
That's why
Okay.
they were there. They
Okay.
were the first two guests. If you go back and see it, there is footage of like George coming out with
Yeah.
like vodka.
And he looks like a 20-year-old frat boy.
Right. But now he was coming out with his own
tequila.
tequila
Yes.
coming out with
Yeah.
it and taking that down. So good.
Yeah, George is not successful. George is the one of the
done all right. All right.
He's done okay, yeah.
Didn't know where you were going there.
I know, I was
didn't either. I'm like,
what are you
do you need a moment?
I was like, what are you gonna say
It's
here?
Friday. It's been a long week, man. It has been a long week on this couch. All right, the Roy siblings are at it again in the latest trailer for the HBO hit show Succession. First, I need to know, how do you have the time to watch so much television when you've got your little monkeys running around at home?
They do go to bed.
I guess, but don't you go to bed?
Yeah, I do after that. But like there's other.
I love it because you're like, oh yeah, this is a great show. Oh yeah, I've seen that movie. Like
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
You're so in the know.
Well, I don't know. Not with everything.
tell me
but,
about
it. So it's this family that's kind of based on the Murdochs, like the Fox family, and they're all that's what it's kind of based on. And there's all this infighting, and they don't get along, and they're super uber rich, and there's a lot of good characters in
and
it.
like, are they really planning on like trying to kill each other to like take over?
Kill each other.
Like, are they really plotting murder?
Yeah, maybe
Like
a
I have
little
3
bit.
sisters, so I get it.
Yeah,
like I get it.
at times, but it's all like hierarchy, and it's just like it just goes to show like money doesn't always buy the happiness,
Yeah.
and like the
Yeah.
it's really good.
You're
and
not watching it either,
the dialogue
I
is really
haven't watched
great.
it yet, but it is on my list.
Yeah.
It's
I'll get
fabulous.
to it
There's
in
3
5 years.
Yeah, right. It's like, hey, watch that Succession show.
I
It's
just,
like,
pretty
I
good.
just finished
They're on
Orange is the
season
New
8.
Yeah. I just finished Orange is the New Black, so
coming up
That's how
after
far
8.
behind I am.
All right, you're talking to film critic Bonnie Loffer, who's in our green room. You're excited about that. She's talking about what to watch this weekend. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Music Friday, Hamilton's G. Pinto performs his new single. Pretty
Okay.
cool.
All right, so
Very
looking forward
cool.
to that. If you're celebrating a birthday today, you share it with Nick Carter from Backstreet Boys. This is a Tansy special for sure. Happy birthday.
now we're checking out the dart poisonous frogs, but apparently they're not poisonous. What's the deal with that, Christine?
That's true, Emily. These ones actually aren't dangerous, and that's because they eat fruit flies, which Rebecca has right here, and she's going to offer them, and we'll see what they do with them. See
Okay.
if they're hungry this morning. They are not poisonous because fruit flies are harmless, whereas in the wild where they live naturally, they eat poisonous ants.
Ah.
And so it's their food that actually makes them toxic. So without
see.
having it here, they're not a risk. That's why Rebecca is able to pick them up and care for them as she needs.
That's
Now,
really neat.
This species is a favorite for adults and kids. Everybody loves these fun
They
colors.
don't even look real.
They don't. They almost look like little toy frogs.
They're adorable.
And they're great for all ages, just like our evening offerings. We have after dark evenings that are for 19 plus adult only evenings if you want to come see the frogs
Really?
without kids.
So what makes it 19 plus? Because you offer a bar selection?
There is a bar
Oh.
selection. There is some mood lighting. There's some added entertainment and programming geared
super cool.
specifically for adults. And then to flip that, we also have youth evenings that are for organized youth groups, and they can come in and see frogs after hours as well.
Oh, that's amazing. Now, are there any exhibits where you can kind of touch a frog?
No handling. So
Okay.
frogs are very sensitive. Their skin is very, very thin, and they actually breathe through their skin.
Right.
So we like to keep our hands off of all of the frogs so that it's for their best well-being.
Of course. And to be honest, I say, oh yeah, I'd love to hold one, but really, at the end of the day, I don't know if I do.
They're very cool critters. I
Yeah.
totally get the appeal.
Yeah, they are super cool. All right, what you're looking at are the dart poison frogs, but they're not poisonous because they just eat fruit flies. More on the frog exhibit coming up at the RBG.
Oh, yay, you're here. Come on in here because the whole gang is here. Barely. Barely.
I
Barely.
made it.
You've been so good all week
made
getting
it.
here ahead of time, but you
But
still
Emily,
make it.
your training has so improved because since you started on this shift, your time is much faster.
Right?
I time you. I hear and then I'm like, okay, go.
Katie was like 5 seconds. I was like, gotta go. I made it here in 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
She's
Wow.
going to make it to the Olympics soon.
For viewers at home, it is quite a trek even from our newsroom, which is kind of over here, into like Emily's spot. So it is quite impressive.
And it's not
what
a
you're doing.
straightforward thing. There's doors and you're wearing heels.
That's right.
Floor.
Yes.
Yes, slippery floor.
yes.
It's like a slide into home plate. You know.
There's this. There's this Olympic
Brian
event.
gets a full view.
There's this Olympic event called the steeplechase, which is like 1,500 meters, and you have to go through various obstacles.
Yep.
So I think you'd be very good at the steeplechase.
Yes.
Sam.
Sign me up.
So-
Let's
so
do
good-
this.
So good stuff. All right.
We'll do it as a remote. I'll go on morning live with it.
Yeah, baby. All
Okay,
right.
speaking of slipping, I did it on the on-ramp to the 403 this morning.
Yeah,
It's
it's been
slippery.
some slippery roads this morning. I was making tracks in the snow down some of the roads I come in on. So we had some snow flurries overnight.
What did you
couple
drive today,
centimeters.
Brian? Sorry to interrupt. I always gauge how things are going to be what Brian brings into work. When he brings the truck into work, you're just like, oh boy.
Oh, it's gonna be bad.
Because he brought the truck in a couple days this week.
Or he's got
Yesterday
to
I
pick up
brought
hay.
the day before I brought the truck as well, but
Right.
no, not today.
Not today.
Today I brought the cart. So
Back at the RBG, and this time we are checking out the cane toad. I'm a little nervous that they're going to jump out of here, but they're not, right?
They shouldn't. No, they'll stay put. We'll keep an eye on them though, just to be careful.
Tell me how they're accidental tourists.
So these guys are really cool animals because they are actually invasive species in a lot of places in the world. And we don't really think of frogs as being invasive species. Here at RBG, we do a lot of conservation effort looking at invasive plants and sort of how plants move around and can become invasive. But we don't necessarily think of amphibians or frogs doing that. And these toads are that in other areas of the world.
Wow.
And so they can actually completely take over and cause pretty major damage to agricultural crops where they're found. They of course have a native range, just like all animals, where they are natural in a part of the ecosystem, but they've been moved around by people and then they end up becoming a conservation problem.
Interesting.
They're a really cool toad though, very, very large. We have 3 of them on display here at RBG right now. Rebecca's got the biggest one in her hands right now. And
Are they a family?
good question.
I don't believe so.
We don't believe so.
I love how they can web their feet to climb.
Yeah,
That's so
surprisingly,
interesting.
these toads are great climbers. It does help that their enclosure has nice little cracks for them to sort of support themselves to help them climb. But compared to most other toads, they are actually pretty good at scaling vertical surfaces.
I love how this little guy's like hiding in the corner. He's totally camera shy.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're not going to see my face. So cool. So the exhibit is running for 3 months. You've got lots of youth programs. There's they're after hours for 19 plus. There's a full bar set up, so you can grab yourself a cocktail, perfect for date night. Here at the RBG, beautiful, beautiful exhibit. We're going to continue our tour in just a few minutes. As we head into the weekend, film critic Bonnie Laufer joins me for Chit Chat with what to watch this weekend.
Yes.
Hey, Bonnie.
Lots going on. Season 2 of The Mayor of Kingstown just dropped about a week or so ago. Great series. I don't know if you watch it or not, but it's really thrilling. All shot in Kingston, Ontario.
I'm from Kingston,
Okay,
Ontario.
well then there you really need to start watching it, Emily. And I mean,
It's
come
going
on.
to be one of those
Yeah.
like, oh, I went to school there. Oh, I know that part. Oh, yeah, that's where my friends and I, yeah.
Yeah, well, created by Taylor Sheridan, who of course has given us Yellowstone and so.
Oh, that's so kind.
Yeah.
What a nice
So
little
Jeremy,
sentiment.
day by day, is getting better, and
Yeah.
we wish him the best. Of
We
course.
do,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to Anna Kendrick's
Yeah.
newest film, Alice, Darling.
Alice Darling.
What makes
that's
this role so different for her?
Well, you know, look, we've seen Anna Kendrick in musicals,
Yeah.
in dramas, of course.
I think that's so interesting how if she went through something like similar to that, she could draw that into
Yeah.
her performance. And I think
Yeah.
she probably really did that for
Yeah,
this.
your heart really goes out to this
Yeah.
character, and sadly, a lot of people will be able to relate to it. So I hope, you know, if it helps one person, she's done her job,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. Well, good for her.
Yeah. Lastly, let's go to a comedy
Okay.
starring Eva Longoria and Matt
Oh,
Walsh.
she's
People
great.
will, of course, recognize Matt Walsh from Veep. He is.
Gosh, there's so much to unpack with that.
Oh my goodness, right? That you can get on demand right now, and it's a lot
right.
of fun. Good for the weekend.
All
So
right.
there
Well,
you go.
thanks so much, Bonnie,
My
for hanging
pleasure.
out
We'll
with
see you
me
again
today.
soon.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. What to watch this weekend? There you have it. All right, we're going to turn things over to Brian for a look at your weather. Brian. Now, this one might look familiar to some because this one is actually a native species to Canada. We're here with Christy at the RBG. studying frogs, learning all about them.
Yeah, so this is Matilda, and she is an American toad, which is the most common toad species that we have here in Ontario. And she's one of the species that we have on display looking at native species here in Ontario.
Okay.
So we have 4 species of amphibians and a few turtles and reptiles also on display just to talk about the local ecosystem and frogs here at home.
Wow.
Matilda here loves to meet people, and she actually is used in our animal encounters program.
Really?
That we run every single day. So we have programming every hour on the hour, 7 days a week during our open hours. And Matilda, during our animal encounter shows, is one of the animals that you might get to meet.
Really? Hi, Matilda. It's nice to meet you, Matilda. Ooh, she's looking at me. And frogs, interestingly enough, breathe through their skin, so you have to be very gentle when you're holding them. We're not
right.
allowed to hold them.
That's why I'm wearing gloves, to protect her skin.
Oh, it's not necessarily to protect you, I guess, because she's not poisonous, is she?
That's correct. She wouldn't harm me at all. It's more in case I have sunscreen or moisturizer or hand sanitizer on my hands. It's to help keep her safe.
Right. So lots of different types of frog species here at the exhibit. Of course, people can get their tickets.
They can, yeah. You can visit rbg.ca/frogs, where we have all of our information on different offerings, our special events, as well as ticketing.
And I'm guessing you guys have a huge March break program coming up.
We do, yes. We're hoping to be very busy.
All right, well, there you go. Get your tickets while you can. The exhibit lasts for another couple of months here at RBG. Come and check out all of the frogs.